I am Scooby Smash, and joining me are my two good friends, Cole and Stumpy.
What an honor it is to bring you guys the first match of Championship Sunday, Version1 versus Faze Clan, and the storylines that are emerging here are eternal. Immediately kicking things off is Typical.
Typical's moved away from his Ecto-1 that was so effective for him in the past. He's back in the Fennec, and I think in any car in the game, he could have put that one away. It's just a simple chance of Faze Clan, but that will settle their nerves.
I mean, we just started 5 seconds in. Faze Clan already off to work, and Version1 need to focus up on these kickoffs. Another one going in favor of Faze Clan, and Typical and first killer, a little miscommunication off that back wall.
It seems that Faze Clan took out 9 months of frustration on Falcons in their 4-0 demolition of them the other day. They weren't the favorites going into that one, but I think they'll sure be the favorites now. 4 of our 5 desks predicted Faze Clan would take this one, and they have been so good peaking at the right time.
Faze have found their footing, as we said. They're at Worlds. They've managed to have a couple of wobblies when they're going through some majors in regionals. They've won one of them previously. At Worlds, they have found an incredible place. And, you know, that comes down to Roldis as well. Just that management is surreal.
Yeah, there's no better time to peak for Faze Clan. And on the biggest stage, they're the top 3. And, I mean, so many stats. We're talking goals per game, shots per game, assists per game. Pretty much every stat in the game, Faze Clan is putting themselves up there. And right there, another demo on board. Couldn't feel past, but Bob can't find the angle.
Beast Mode and Com trying to combine, which is exactly what you want to see if you're a Version1 fan. And this is a team that have history of their own. They brought in Beast Mode. Suddenly they've become a top 3 North American team, but to me, spearheading them, the man that they're turning to for experience is Torment. He was part of the greatest lower bracket run in RLCS history.
I mean, taking down any team at that point was a feat in of itself, but going through that lower bracket, Torment then beating Dignitas alongside Squishy and Gimmick. Gimmick formerly on Version1 as well, but making way for the young Beast Mode. Taking down that Dignitas, it was something that was surreal, and it comes down to Beast Mode, that young man we mentioned, to try and go up against Typical today. But he's got that experience. This pressure will not knock him.
Well, Version1 is starting to grow into this one. Beast Mode's getting on the ball. He scored 8 of the 9 goals that they got last night. It could be their first for Version1 here. Good defending from Faze Clan, and that is what Roldis has really brought to this team.
But I love that offense that we saw from Beast Mode there. Gets 2 defenders to go. Big bump on the back line, and Faze Clan up by 2.
Right now, we've seen Faze Clan go undefeated in games where they score first. They're currently 7-0, so not looking good for V1 if they want to get the first one in this best of 7.
It's looking great for Typical, though. He is on clean-up duty right now for Faze Clan, doubling up their lead with a few bumps ahead of him to clear the path. Could be a third one. This could be a beauty from First Killer. Whenever he takes to the skies, we expect something's happening, but Typical, he ain't too bad either off that far wall. Version1 have shaded this one with territory, but Faze Clan, their counterattacks looking devastating.
Yeah, and you can't talk about Typical without mentioning how consistent he's always been. You talk to the pros about Typical, and they always say, oh no, if he sees an open net, rarely does he miss. But throughout the season, had a few issues as AJ gets the flip. Priest then goes under the defender. Mechanics on full display for Faze Clan.
AJ's inaugural goal on Championship Sunday, taking it underneath one, and then Beast Mode going for that pre-jump. Knows that AJ could pop it or go low, but coming in from that far post, he just has to gamble. Gets a touch, but not convincing enough to keep it out.
In any other team, AJ would be the mechanical player. You take your eye off him for a second to focus on First Killer, and there he is coming from that wall. He can do anything. Such a good player, 1v1, 3v3, whatever it is. He can put past in as well. Typical, he wants to get the top corner. It's fourth, a flourish for Faze Clan.
Through the entire defense of Version1, I love every player getting involved, and you see Torment had to respect that jump from First Killer, and perfect shot placement between Typical.
Every single one of Version1 jumping up, trying to get to that bait ball. Faze Clan being able to slip it in despite that pressure. Huge shooting from them. We're halfway through game number 1 on this Sunday, and it's 4-0 Faze. How have they done it?
4-0 is becoming their lucky number. I mean, the fact that they swept Falcons in a best of 7, I think it was 6-1 in the penultimate game as well, after Falcons' timeout. This team have become something else entirely at these World Championships. Torment, though, is going to put this one over the top. First killer, he's there on the goal line. Again, they defend well. And look at the clear towards Typical. It might be 5. Com had to scamper back and save it.
It's just so dangerous when Faze Clan are having the transitions that they do, but hold the phone. Beast Mode has the ball, but lets that one get away from him. Faze Clan with an easy cleanup. And Typical, no boost left in the tank. Torment to the back wall.
The mistouch from Beast Mode on that attack, a rare chance for him to go for a shot, and he just does not take it. His goal participation has been gigantic for version 1. Like the last series they played, he had 100%. Through the tournament, he's rocking in first place, 81% goal participation. Beast Mode, he is that spearhead call that you were talking about, but Faze Clan, they are an armory.
Yeah, they are, and they never slow down either. They know they've 99.9% of the first time got this first game, but still they want more. They want to make these statements. They don't just want to beat version 1. They said in their interview beforehand they were confident in doing that, but on top of that, they want to make other teams fear them, and they are looking fierce as the passes come raining in. AJ on the backboard, he gets an early flip reset. Brilliant ideas, no goal this time though.
I'm such a fan of the unselfish play that we're seeing from Faze Clan. It started off with that back pass, from First Killer, and turns into an infield. It's just so beautiful how all 3 members are getting involved. First Killer can't find it, AJ gets denied, and Beast Mode trying to push this ball forward. 30 seconds remain here. Seems as though Faze Clan gonna take game number 1.
And the high aggression for them doing spectacularly. The rotation's back, so then they don't get counter-attacked, have been on point. They've not allowed many openings whatsoever, and any that they have, version 1 just haven't taken them a chance. So for Beast Mode too far, does not manage to find its way in the top corner, denying version 1.
Credit to version 1 though, they're pushing to the end, getting these passes going and getting Beast Mode involved. Top 3 jump somehow, still saved by First Killer. How does he always find himself in the right place? That one, is it going to be a little bit heavy? It's actually a great fake there from Typical, involved again to the end. One more chance for V1. They do take a goal into game 2. That will wake them up.
It absolutely will, and no better player for version 1 to see that ball hit the back of the net other than Beast Mode. He has been instrumental in their success this season. 81% goal participation this weekend. If you want version 1 to be successful, he's got to get on the board, but first, they have to limit the amount the Faze Clan is pushing into their own half.
But do you think the Faze Clan are going to give up an inch of the territory that they have gained? Not on Roll Diz's dime. The way that he has come into this team and he is managing them, he's giving them that amount of confidence to play, as you said, Subi, unselfishly. We've said this for a year now. Just play unselfishly, and then you become one of the best teams in the world. That's how they won a regional. That is how they're here. And it comes down to First Killer, as far as I'm concerned, just to take away any of the ego from the others. He is the one on the side.
Well, we have started off in the high performance replay, which we watched below there. That finish there from Beast Mode, a beautiful one. And I think that version 1 needed that. It's good to see Beast Mode so high up on that scoreboard as well. But this is where it begins, the biggest day in Rocket League esports history. Are we here for it, everybody?
We had question marks, right? When we were talking before the series began, we were thinking, who is actually the fan favorite though? Because I thought Faze Clan seen a lot of red shirts. But then version 1, my word, they have got t-shirts everywhere. They're writing in the sky. There was yesterday, an army marched on Dickie's arena.
And, we see Roll Diz sitting there on screen, and I was talking to him last night at midnight. He met up with First Killer just to talk to him, just to calm him down, give him words of advice. And I think that has been the difference maker for Faze Clan. They had the cogs to the machine. They just needed that extra gear to get it all working in motion.
First Killer, the former prodigal son of Rocket League esports as well. It seems it's his destiny to win a world championship like this one, and he's looking every bit a world championship MVP so far since he's been playing here. But it's version 1 who started this game the better. A goal, a lead for them could be massive. Com gets it, he's on the score sheet.
Com, at the end of the last game, looked pretty dejected. He knew that there was more that they can offer. And the pass coming across from Beast Mode, Com was able to sink it past 2 defenders.
He made a tweet saying that he was angry at the start of yesterday, and that's what led them to that victory over SSG. Com is harnessing his anger, and he's looking all the better for it.
Well, for me, this entire weekend, Com has been very, very quiet. And I was speaking to his dad last night, and I said, Beast Mode popped off yesterday. It's your boy's turn, and he agreed that, he could have a huge showing here, and so far involved in both of version 1's goals, as that shot so close, and none other than Com gets the save, and yet again get a save as AJ keeping it alive for Faze Clan here.
Version 1 are going to have to do a lot of defending, just as they did earlier on against NRG in that 4-0. Beast Mode has a pass in the center for combat, takes the touch, it pulls the Torment, up to the sky he goes. AJ closing it down so quickly. He can defense as well as attack Faze Clan, but Version1 have this lead. And that's lovely. AJ letting it fall to Typical, but Typical is closed down by Com. This is still more good chances for Version1. Faze Clan do look pretty comfortable though, despite this V1 pressure.
Beastman managing to get the reset on that shot as well. Wanted to use it to try and go for something offensive, but instead he just resets back to the wall. AJ trying to swipe in behind Com. The Beastman there to defend once again. Com from that back wall. Goes to the right-hand side, intercepted by First Killer. Rockets it across towards AJ. Faze Clan still trailing by 1 with a minute and a half gone.
They're definitely growing into this game, man.
Exactly, that's exactly what I was about to say. I really enjoy how Version1 have come out here in game number 2, and you can tell they've completely forgotten about game number 1. They don't let it get under their skin. They realize it's a long series to be played. They're gonna lose a few games here and there. It's all about the response, and the response has been crucial here as Version1 keep this ball alive in the corner. Torment out of the corner, gets flip reset as 2 go for Faze Clan. They're down a man. Beast Mode keeping it alive, gets the boost steal, but First Killer gonna slow it down, and still Version1 keeping this ball alive, and a great offensive push here.
The demo's coming in as well for Faze Clan. They're wanting to remove as many players from Version1 as they possibly can. It's going well. They're shutting down the offense as and when it is flying towards that orange side of the pitch.
Typical's gonna let this one just go onto the top of his car, try and find First Killer. Pass not quite working right now for Faze, but that touch from AJ could change things. He's trying to dance around it. Beast Mode is up there quickly to close him down. Now onto the corner. Torment so fast as well himself. First is coming in. The touch is not quite perfect for Faze Clan, whereas they were in game number 1.
2 minutes 20, Beastman working out of that corner. Does not opt to go for that flip reset. He saw someone was challenging him, so he just has to punt it a bit further. First going to go high, but Typical with that 100 boost can't get up yet. Finally, he is in the sky solo. Takes it to the left-hand wing. Manages to flip it around with a 0 boost. Going to try and go for a boost steal, then a bump, but neither were available to him.
And plenty of space given to First Killer, but Com takes that one away. And Version1, great answer here after that push from Faze Clan, but midfield seems to be all Faze Clan right now, looking to get boost steals, get boost grabs.
I feel like the passes just aren't quite there for Faze Clan this game. Typical got so many simple goals in game number 1, but Version1, they're closing them down so much better, leading to chances like this. But they do have boost. They just have to get full control of the ball, and maybe that touch from Com is going to tee it up. Who's in the center? It's Beast Mode, a little bit further back than he would have liked, but he can get it back to Com, who can't quite get the return.
Nearly echoes of game number 1, where that back and forth pass coming in. Beast Mode, though, still unable to go for the second. Torment passing back at Com.
Yes.
Look at him,
big ball.
Demos.
There's that experience, though, from Torment.
Big bump.
There he is. Taking a second. The bumps are raining in. Faze Clan have to deal with this right now. They've done the first set. Get the ball towards First Killer. AJ catches a lovely pass to Typical. Is the second one there? No. Closed down by Com again. And now V1 can counter. Beast Mode is going to the back wall, but he's run out of boost. That one's going to come to the center. Here's First Killer.
And here comes First Killer. Plenty of space, plenty of time. Can't push it through off of the post. Typical there for the follow, but Beast Mode pushes it back, and Beast Mode gets the demo on AJ, clears all that pressure from Faze Clan, starting from square 1, and can't follow that one up.
So many touches for Faze Clan in that blue box. They just weren't able to take it this time. First Killer now opting to go left. AJ whiffing that one, but it works out wonderfully as First Killer can receive. Torment, though, on the backboard, carries it towards the opposite wing. And that defense from Torment saving Version1 and this 1-0 lead.
This is the last thing that Faze Clan want. Version1 with the ball and the territory and the pressure, but First Killer's managed to get hold of it. It just falls to Beast Mode, though. Again, these passes not working for Faze Clan. They've got one more chance. Can they make it sink? AJ's underneath it. First Killer has boost. AJ is there, leaves it for First Killer. A demo. Typical's trying to snipe away Torment as well. Version1 getting the ball to each other, but it does fall to a Faze Clan player. Typical is there. AJ's watching. Com gets it away. Version1 equalize the series.
But does that not sum up just the game style difference between these two teams? Firstly, we saw Faze take it 4-0. They are one of the highest scoring teams in this competition so far, against Version1, who are one of the lowest scoring teams, only getting a 1-0. They all count as 1 pip on that scoreboard. Don't be too worried about it. But I love that that's exactly what these teams have been going for through the entire tournament so far, and we're seeing it here on Sunday.
And Version1 doing their best job at having amnesia throughout this entire tournament. Not remembering game 1, trying to just even this series up, and more importantly, not remembering the entire season, because Faze Clan had their number. As we get a look at the Mobile 1 high-performance replays, it was bumps and demos galore, and it was none other than Com leading that spearhead for Version1.
Version1 did so well to deal with that when Faze Clan tried to respond as well, because Faze got a few big demos of their own. That last 30 seconds, they were being bumped asunder all over the Aquadome pitch right there. But Version1, they did what they do best, and that is keep the ball out of their net by any means necessary, and they've shown how they can take this series.
I love just seeing when, Com goes completely off ball. He essentially just goes off script. He's like, boys, taking the headset off, I'm just demoing some people. Like, that confidence just to go for it. He trusts Torment with everything. He trusts Beast Mode with everything. And the fact that they were able to hold that fort down, keep it to that 1-0 lead is spectacular. Game number 3, though, and we are drawn in the series 1 apiece.
Pivotal game 3 here, so crucial as HA almost gets it off of the kickoff. Very reminiscent of game number 1 there, but Version1 able to hold that back line. And you were talking about that trust in one another that they have on Version1, and it all stems from the experience that Torment has, not only in big moments, but just realizing how crucial every touch can be.
It's been said by NRG that he is the first in the arena every single day, Torment. He wants this so much. That second World Championship, he's still hungry after all these years. And you can see it in the team that he mentors. Beast Mode and Com are everything he could want in teammates.
On the desk, Chief said a little bit earlier on that Torment just is not the player he used to be. I fundamentally disagree.
I disagree entirely.
I think Torment is looking unbelievable. He is showing what he used to be. He is that defensive player. Not only that, he has added an offensive arsenal to that roster. The way that he is able to manipulate the ball around the pitch with his teammates in any position, he looks unbeatable at times.
You know what? I take it back. I do agree with the Chiefs. He's not the player he used to be. He is absolutely better. He is one of those players that has been around since day 1, and he continues that grind. He continues to want to get better and improve. And his mechanics have improved so much throughout the entire seasons of the RLCS, and First Killer gets a much-needed touch on that back wall.
He's getting some big booming clears, this Torment, right now, and it's allowing his teammates to come in. What can he do with this one? Maybe a bit more time on the ball until AJ closes him down. This is good from Faze Clan. First Killer has that boost as well. He's won the race versus Com, and Com is still low on boost. Finally, he gets some. Beast Mode comes up. It's a very neutral game 3, and I think that Version1 will be happier about that.
Absolutely shot from Beast Mode. Open on the back line, and Version1 taking the first goal.
Brilliant chance for Beast Mode there to finally receive that past midfield. Torment, he passes it right on the nose of that young man. The fact that he beats down 3 Faze defenders. The arena starting to cheer for V1. The marketing is working, CEOs.
Yeah, you don't get to 100% goal participation without some passes, but Faze Clan, so good at those air dribbles. When they have boost, they can't have their eye, you can't take your eyes off them. First Killer, it's got typical to his side. That touch is heavy though. Faze Clan, they're really starting to slow down any momentum they had from their Falcon series. Version1 is snuffing it.
Yeah, these touchers are just getting away from him, and as I say that, AJ with great ball control, air handoff to First Killer, but Torment disrupts that play, trying to get involved out, and Typical can't follow that one up, but does get a nice little boost there as that ball towards net. Com clears it to the back wall, and Faze Clan starting to inch closer into blue territory, but big clear downfield as we go back and forth.
Halfway through, and Version1 maintaining that 1-goal lead. We saw the win from that.
Oh, nice pass.
Come back to Torment. Offensively, they are linking up like never before.
But that is so good from Typical, though. He knew what Torment was trying. I'd fallen for it. We'd fallen for it. Everybody in this stadium had fallen for it, apart from Typical. And now down the other end, it leads to a massive counter-attack. One end to the other. Faze Clan equalize.
Huge own goal here from Com, but he had no other option available. He's just trying to keep this ball away from First Killer, and it goes towards his own net. But it's all due to that pressure that we were seeing from Faze Clan. It continued to build up, and eventually it was just going to burst.
The first game now we've seen
both
teams score. And immediately from the kickoff, Beast Mode!
It seems the kickoffs are the story of these World Championships. If you mess them up, you can give away any momentum that you build up. And that's going to be a job for Roldiz. Your team have worked so hard to come back into it. It feels like the early series is just starting to get away from you. You get back, and then you can see that.
Just got to take a deep breath after that one. Rare mistake from First Killer, and a big miss there as well from AJ, but Version1 getting bumped off that ball, and here comes Beast Mode slowing it down. Com looking for bumps, can't get it through, and Typical pinches that one away.
In the back corner, Torment is able to catch and send it off with 96 boost to begin with. But intercepted by First Killer leaves Faze Clan able to pierce on that blue net. Typical up in the sky with 40 boost. What can he do versus Com? Gets it pinched into the corner and then sees a very juicy boost ban waiting for him.
Lovely transition play. Miso gets the fake on AJ. AJ's floating into nothingness.
Hook, line, and sinker baits the defense out of the box. And AJ put on skates, looking silly.
Com's laughing. Com is laughing. That is something we have not seen anywhere near enough from version 1 this tournament. A smiling Com is a powerful version 1.
And after game 1, he looked, as I said, just a bit dejected, a little bit like, oh, guys, we lost 4-0, what we got ourselves in for. When that laughing hyena starts to rip raw, they're going to tear their opponent to shreds.
Torment, can he get another one? He's on that corner. Beast Mode's chasing AJ. Every version 1 player desperate for the ball right now. The momentum is working so much for them. A touch from Com is only as far as Faze Clan, but Faze Clan's booming past as Beast Mode's already up. He's taking multiple touches on that pull and then getting a decent challenge as well. Torment gets it past first killer. Suddenly, it's almost 3v1 against AJ. Faze Clan's game plan is in tatters, but that could have changed things. But Torment was there.
And first killer, he had the opportunity to go for that shot, but just did not count on the whiff from Beast Mode. I don't blame him one bit, but certainly a chance.
And here comes first killer for the reset, and Beast Mode. Nice patience on the back wall. I think he's learned a thing or two from Torment as AJ just trying to keep that one away from Beast Mode. Beast Mode does get the boost grab. It's difficult. Much needed touch. They're bunched up on the back wall. Chaos on the back line, and Torment extends the lead.
It had to be him. It just had to be him. It's Com that does all the work there, going for those bumps. And Torment takes the touch, slows it down, and slots it into the bottom right corner.
And suddenly Faze Clan find themselves needing to jump at every single ball that is all threatening. And they are pulling Faze towards all of it. It's like it's magnetic. It's that gravitational pull. And Faze Clan, the fact that they aren't able to keep their composure in those moments is, as you said, Cole, an opportunity for Rolls did this to work for that paycheck. With the fifth.
That goal there makes it the biggest game win of this series so far, beating the 4-1 in game number 1. Just in case that was a mental block that version 1 may have had, that one's gone as well. Faze Clan are going to have to talk this through at the break.
And all 3 members of version 1 getting a goal here in game number 3, but not only that, Beast Mode getting the hat trick, Com getting the playmaker. The big players are stepping up on the grandest stage.
And this started so evenly, bear in mind. Beast Mode trying to go for yet another one. It does get blocked away. Chance for AJ to maybe get a consolation goal. But this started so close. It was a 1-0, then suddenly a 2-1 off the kickoff, then 3-4-5. It just counted up to Faze Clan's demise.
I mean, we said at the time that kickoff goal that Faze conceded as they try and get one more. They can't even get that. Com, I just love seeing that man giggle. As soon as that kickoff goal went in, something seemed to snap inside Faze Clan. And version 1, they are ruthless. They will continually take advantage of opportunities like that. It's what they've made a career from. It's the way they beat SSG. It's the way they've beaten so many teams so far. Their fans are having a party, and so too are their players.
Version 1 have played on this stage multiple times as well. You know, they've managed to take down SSG against all odds and against the fan base here as well. That is how they get represented here today. I did look behind me a second ago, and I saw Roldiz signal timeout towards our referees and admins on the stage. We have got confirmation. A timeout has been called for Faze Clan. As we look into Mobile 1 high performance replay, I want to see more player cams. I want to see that confidence from version 1.
Yeah, and get a live look when we just look right behind us at Roldiz. He is pacing back and forth. He knows how much this means, not only to those players on the stage, but Faze Clan as an organization. How huge would it be to propel themselves forward in this tournament?
And that's what we're all playing for, that trophy that is right behind us. It's been with us from the start. It's right there, tantalizingly in front of them. And all these players have to go up. They have to walk past it. They have to see it out the corner of their eye. It's not just the money, it's the glory. Faze Clan are a team that are so desperate for that glory. That's why First Killer was brought in. He is the man who always seemed destined to win a world championship.
It's one of those opportunities as well where you just can reset, you can go from here. And at the start of our competition, we saw that these timeouts, they actually weren't that effective. It was around 50-50, you know, you win it, you lose it. Whereas previously in the regionals, we were looking at 65-70% win rate for the team coming out. Version 1 yesterday, they proved that these timeouts can work though. They did a spectacular job. It has been going up and up and up. I believe we're now above 50% win rate for teams that do take that timeout.
Well, and let's not forget, yeah, Faze Clan is getting this timeout here. We get a look at Roldiz, and you know, he's talking to his team, but Version1 get a timeout out of this as well, and they're going to talk it over and say what's working, what didn't work in game one, because in this one, it was an avalanche. They figured out what Faze Clan were doing wrong and capitalized on every single mistake.
And also completely different to what we saw from Version1 previously. I said, you know, they're very low scoring. They get like 1.1 goals per game. They got 5. That is so out of the blue for them.
Going back to your point earlier as well, Stumpy, where tactical timeouts normally have this sort of magic aura about them where you expect the team to win. We've had some shocking games following them. Falcons lost 6-1, I think. Version1, when they were beaten by BDS, they lost 5-2 or whatever after a tactical timeout.
Version1 did not get 2 goals versus BDS.
Okay, that's a good point. We'll say 5-1 then. So the point is that they can backfire if you're not careful, but FaZe have to trust in Rolders. Elisa's here to Utopia. Beast mode is already almost styling.
Yeah, and I want to see more composure out of Faze Clan, and that's what we just saw. First killer, flip reset denied by Beast mode, but he came off that back wall. No double commit was there as AJ, you know, he was sitting on that back line, and we've seen double commits in this series already, and I think that was one of the main points, that Rolders was hammering home to his team.
Typical of a bullside rotation there, which is going to make it really tricky for FaZe to spread out. The lucky challenge was good for Faze Clan, but it does allow Version1 in. Typical still looking a little bit shaky after that moment. Beast mode is there on the back wall. AJ does see it away. First Killer tries to get involved, but Com is winning these races. He has swept away everything Faze Clan have tried to offer for the last 2 games now.
Well, and that was an interesting play there. They had a man advantage, and I'm surprised that First Killer didn't set his sights on Torment. He was the last man back, but instead, First Killer went for one of those big boost pads, and you know, sometimes it's just like a moth drawn to the flame as Version1 trying to get their offense going here, and good challenge, but no one there for Version1.
Beast mode, chance to attack is on the right wing. He sees AJ on the backboard. But finding AJ is just going to be a path to you probably not scoring. He has been defensively wonderful as well as offensively throughout the entire competition. Typical working his way around one. Now it's him and AJ versus Torment.
Here we go.
Will this defense manage to pay off? And yes, it does.
Torment's been doing that forever. He is never overruled in a situation like that. 1v1, 2v1,
double commit,
3v1. Torment doesn't care. On attack, he wants to get involved. He's waiting.
Oh
my!
Beast
Mode's challenge leads to is actually a First Killer solo opportunity. Torment is up. First Killer gets to the side. AJ's there. Typical waiting. Faze Clan improving. Version1 though, still looking dangerous when they get the ball. Typical's pass could be great, depending on who's going in. Who better than First Killer?
I love this pass here in the midfield as we see Typical come off, and the vision to see First Killer and the communication on point. You got Torment twisting and twirling and turning, but can't get the save, and Faze Clan up 1.
His historical handiwork does not pay off this time, as Faze Clan can sink one past him off the kickoff. Again, a chance that bounces low as well. Typical going high above the goal. Probably could have shot near post, but instead wants to go for a pass. Wants to be as selfless as he can, as they know that is how Faze Clan are going to be thriving through this competition. Torment now want to challenge off at first and Typical, but he just continues to move it past. Typical credited with a save, and Beast mode trying to flip reset, but this time not quite paying off.
Oh, Com out to get that touch on First Killer. He was home and away. AJ's waiting underneath this one. Com up against Typical. Typical's touch. Central. First Killer up again. It's good speed from Faze Clan. Version1 doing their best to deal with this new and improved version of Faze. They've managed it so far. Torment swallows a few seconds and gets some boost.
And I like the game plan we're seeing from Faze Clan. Typical's playing the #1 to keep that pressure on and try and get those neutral 50-50s when First Killer... Oh, what a redirect. And First Killer, the man I just mentioned, playing the #2. And they're so comfortable having AJ on that back line for those just-in-case open nets to follow it up.
Here's first, he's in the air again. He wants all control of that ball, but that demo opens things up for now. AJ slows it down. It's really good from Faze Clan. An intriguing battle in the center of the pitch. It falls to first again. Surely, eventually, one of these is going to fall. Typical's coming in. Com gets the touch.
Tell you what First Killer could have done there, though. He could have bumped. Typical was there for the shot. The opportunity was there to get the second goal, but wanting to be the man who gets the flip reset, gets the goal against all odds, that may well have cost Faze Clan one, but they immediately come back on the attack at the behest of AJ.
And Typical, nice catch there at the midline as First Killer, plenty of space afforded to him. Typical on the back wall, puts it down, but Beast Mode puts it right underneath First Killer, who was flying in out of nowhere, and Beast Mode, flip reset, pokes it under, but Faze Clan, hold on.
It's so intriguing right now. Both of these players, all of these players, should I say, they just want to go solo. They want to be the big man. AJ there on that backboard, dribbles it away. First Killer is arriving. Beast Mode had to beat both of them, and he's all alone with Typical in front of him, tries to lift it over the top of First Killer. Typical wasn't called into action. He may well be soon. Com is there this time. Beast Mode has got 100 boost, just waiting in the wings. When is his turn? It could be now. No, instead, it's First Killer, boostless, in the corner. Faze Clan on the attack, but with no boost to show for it.
Oh, nice challenge there from Beast Mode. Calm looking to go up. Beast Mode says, see you later, sayonara, and Calm ties us up.
Calm drops the bomb and manages to tie up versus Faze Clan. Game 4 with 46 seconds left sees a ruckus on the orange half.
Boron Typical was thinking typical, as soon as he got up there, he was taken out of the pitch by Version1. And now they bring the most recent goal into the last 40 seconds of this game. Torment is closing down First Killer, who's left stranded in the center. AJ has to be strong here. But Beast Mode has been waiting. His positioning has been flawless. It is First Killer that it falls to, though.
Takes to the sky, wants to have a dogfight with anybody if he can. And just bounces off the crossbar.
AJ, though, he puts it in the corner. This will be drama all the way up until overtime if we get there. Torment slows things down. Up against First Killer in the center. Typical is there. He's going up. Who's going to close him? It's going to be Calm. 13 seconds now. AJ in the corner. Beast Mode up against him. Torment going for those bumps. Another lineup. Here's Beast Mode. He's taken out the game, though. First Killer has some space, but didn't expect it. Calm is going to clear. Overtime's looking likely, unless nothing. We go to OT.
Version1 managing to get that equalizer through the demo. You've got to think that's how they're going to be going forward through the series as well. One more, they find themselves on that series point in the semi-finals. Date awaiting the Beast Mode. Chance to shoot, chance to score, but First Killer is fantastic.
We were just one First Killer save away from 3 Version1 match points. They may still be coming. Such an important overtime. Faze Clan looking desperate, have to get this ball out of their half.
They don't
Typical
have
up against Torment. That's a great challenge though from Typical.
They needed that big time. AJ and Typical were sitting on nothing, and here comes First Killer. Flip reset denied by Beast Mode. Follow up, little slow from Faze Clan. You realize they're starting to spread out even further, recognizing how important this match is. They don't want to go down 3 games to 1, especially after already utilizing that timeout. They're in the blue half. They need to get this offense started, but still, Version1 fresh forward.
In this tug of war of an overtime, Faze kind of just about brought the ball onto Version1 territory, but now Version1 have got it back. AJ's up, long clears. Desperate times for Faze Clan as Version1 combine.
FaZe are currently on a 3-win streak in overtimes at this World Championships. The odds are against Version1 here.
AJ wants to get it past Beast Mode, but Beast Mode is in so quickly. Here comes Calm to the backboard. First Killer should be able to get it away, but how good is Beast Mode's first touch? Of course it's perfect.
Low boost again.
Doesn't have his flip, but he can keep going. He gets it past all of them. AJ, though, gets such a key touch.
And they're all in the same corner. They're bunched up. They're on an island, but First Killer gets a huge demo to push this ball into the blue half. And the ball still at midfield. Both of these teams, back and forth we go. The tension could be cut with a knife. First Killer has the pass available. Beast Mode read it from a mile away. And Typical keeps things alive for Faze Clan.
First Killer dispossessed his teammate, but the pressure does continue for Faze Clan. And it is not abating.
No!
It goes low!
No!
It is an equalizer!
Who better than First Killer to be the man to bring Faze Clan right back into this series? It was looking agonizing for them, and it was actually a touch from Calm who was underneath. I didn't even realize. Oh, that changes things.
That's why I was shouting in agony. Oh, it feels so bad for Version1. That's the second time Calm's had an own goal. No fault to his own. He's just trying to rotate back, just trying to put himself in position. But Faze Clan tied this series up.
And they still always count as one. That is yet another timeout followed by a victory for the team that has called it. We are pretty much dead on the 50-50 for them, so it was always going to be a coin flip. The factor came down to overtime as well. That is now FaZe going 4-0 in overtimes in a row so far. In the Mobile 1 high performance replay, we just get to see how this team stacked up.
And I do agree with the timeout here from Version1. You know, Faze Clan just used theirs, but as we get that look, I mean, you could see AJ was surprised, like, oh, okay, work was done for us. We'll take that. But Version1, now with this timeout, trying to put Faze Clan on ice.
Work was done for them, but my goodness, did Faze Clan earn it. They had to do so much defending at the start of that game. There actually will not be a timeout here in Version1. They're going straight into the next. They're happy to roll with the punches. Com doesn't feel he needs it, despite that lack of luck at the end of the game. Is that a good decision from Version1, Stumpy?
Sorry, I was literally just looking at the crowd. They're chanting for Version1 here, chanting the players' names, trying to inspire. So many dedicated fans in the audience. I'm going to be honest, Cole, I had no idea what you just asked me.
Timeout, no timeout. Bad idea? Good idea?
I think I'm okay with it considering the momentum that Version1 were having. And Com immediately
Oh, there it is.
off the
Here it
restart,
is.
gets the double.
I asked you a question, the answer is yes, great idea from Version1. They knew what they were doing. Com is going to get a filthy flip reset. Beast Mode is going to be there to put it away. A double, in fact. What a finish.
Yeah, and AJ lets that ball get away from him, but you can't blame him there. Where's Typical to come through that back line? It's always Chaos out of the kickoffs, who's probably pushing forward as he gets demoed there. Efforts of Calm and Torment slowing things down as AJ almost gets the read. First killer puts it on, and AJ finishes it off, and bang bang plays from both.
An immediate response, 16 seconds to get one apiece. Trying to just do anything they can. AJ stealing it on the goal line, then being removed. He gets to watch that replay from Spawn.
It was a great challenge there from AJ, but Torment driving across your own goal line. Not the best moment of his series so far to equalize things up, but it's another good kickoff there from Version1. Then we're closing it down. Beast Mode gets in the way. Calm has maybe got a touch on that one. Instead it just bounces to Typical. Then Calm gets involved. Someone is chasing all the way down. It's Version1 with the next attack. Calm, he tries to
Where is it?
Beast Mode.
Oh, okay.
Beast Mode finishes it.
He does a stutter step as he approaches as well, puts the brakes on and then punches the defense.
I mean, Calm was just sitting there with the ball on his hood for what felt like an eternity, but finally, Beast Mode comes in, caps off the finish, and Version1 immediately put themselves back up by 1.
This is the exact sort of shootout that at the start of the series I would have said would favor Faze Clan. But the way Version1 are playing, their mechanics so effective, their team play so dynamic, maybe this is exactly what they need. They just need goals. They need to get forward. They need to attack. They need to manage. They need to score. They need to get Beast Mode on that ball as much as possible.
Purple raining down on Wasteland. The chance for Version1 to go 3-1 up, and they have taken it. There is no way that Beast Mode is missing that open net double.
And with another hat trick, you might as well call Beast Mode Purple Rain because he's making it feel good in here. Or maybe we'll go with the Young Prince. Either way, you cannot slow him down. So far, 7 of the 11 goals for Version1.
Typical needs to get something going for Faze Clan. Suddenly they find themselves 2 goals behind. Where did that come from, they'll be asking. Not yet, though. Typical and first killer, and AJ involved too.
Typical says bye-bye on the goal line. The save was there, but AJ and first killer combined in Beast Mode. Where you going? You ain't saving that.
Just slaps him silly right across the face, sends him back to whence he came. And 1 goal separating the teams now. Faze Clan, these return goals have been excellent, and we've only had a minute played.
This is crazy.
Yeah, some games just exploded their life, and way better to do so than on Wasteland. Already debris is thrown across the pitch, and goal explosions everywhere as well. First killer almost gets past Com. Version1 need a teammate here. Beast Mode's coming in. Typical's charged it down. AJ's in. That could be 3-3. The ball is just falling for the attackers every time.
3-all and nearly 3:33 on the clock. AJ, the fact that he just goes for that, just hits it hard. That lad fancied the equalizer.
Defense? Who wants that?
Who
Let's
needs
just have
it?
all offense. Let's go for the all-time record.
Yeah, it's starting to look like it could be one of those games. AJ, he's up. He'll fancy scoring every time he gets the ball right now. Torment, they need his defending, but maybe they need his attacking as well. Com tries to take out Typical. Face the bye for now. AJ's there. Who's going to get that boost? It's going to be Version1.
Unusually, somehow we are seeing a different side to Version1 in this series. Right now, they are out-shooting Faze. They've had around 8.5 shots per game compared to Faze's 7.7. The aggression from Version1 is unfamiliar, but it is so effective.
It's the team players as well, you know. Every goal pretty much has been an open net after their teammates have done all the work, swept away the defending. AJ, maybe he can go solo. Not much boost. Has to tee up first killer. He does manage to put it past the defense and gets the second. Beast Mode had no room to play with. Typical. How does he reach those angles every time?
The net is his canvas, and his car is the brush. He just blasts the net, and my goodness, this is an incredible game. It's just offense after offense after offense.
We're not even halfway through. We've already got 7 goals. What is happening? These two teams are utterly cutthroat. They are taking chunks out of each other on Wasteland.
What did you say about Version1 being the most offensive team left in this competition?
Somehow they are just turning that round entirely. They just fancy going mad with it. But with First Killer, he's not just mad, he is angry.
That's 4 goals in a row for Faze Clan as well. They were 3-1 down in this one. They just kept going, stuck to their work. Every finish is finding the back of the net with a flourish right now.
You know, it's rough, 2 goals down, but the way this series has gone, we might finish off 14-17. This is crazy. 2 goals entirely possible in the second half. And yes, you're reading that right. Still, 1/2 of Rocket League to be played as Version1 trying to get one back immediately, slowing it down, and great push there from Calm to take that ball away from First Killer.
This game, a brilliant advert for Rocket League esports. Everything about this moment is perfect, and 8 goals. Just a cherry on top. Calm needs to be careful it doesn't become 9. He's bumped out the way. These bumps are so effective for Faze Clan. Roman gets it long. Beast mode is there. He sinks it past the defense. It's 5-4.
A huge strike from the midfield. The pass coming in from Torment. That man doesn't need to dodge. Why would you? You can get a doink on Championship Sunday.
That was absolutely filthy. The defense didn't know what hit him, didn't see it coming from a mile away. Just like that, Beast Mode right out of the kickoff gets the big boost steal. Couple go from Faze Clan and they both miss. Huge mistake there on the back line. Both hanging, dangling. But First Killer gets that one back towards midfield.
So close again. Calm with a monster pinch. Torment's up. This could be a chance, you know. He's going to try and close down First Killer. First Killer did manage to get it cleanly. Now we can go. Torment with pretty much no boost. Still gets in the way. Beast mode. He's got a flip reset. He's only got one goalkeeper. He goes for the pinch instead. And the all-important touch came in. Huge bumps again. The pressure remains on. Torment can't quite get it on net. Now it's AJ's turn.
Faze Clan making sure that they come back on that ball as efficaciously as they can, working around each other, round the clock.
Oh, no, big...
As that clock ends up ticking down, Torment, though, wanted to go for a bit more of an attack. 86 boost. The direct shot won't find its way in this time.
Big miscommunication there from Version1. Saw 2 players go, and I feel like the shot was present nearing 1 minute to go. Version1 chasing one. Big miss by Calm, but still holding on. Beast mode keeps him alive. Torment with the big demo in the back half, and here comes Version1 pushing forward, trying to tie this game up.
We enter the final minute. Faze Clan currently leading 5-4. A 9-goal thriller.
No one's home.
With another
No one's
gigantic block. Nobody was home until First Killer went through the back door.
Oh my goodness, so close. Version1 gonna have to keep on coming. Faze Clan gonna have to stay tools. Typical wants to get hold of that ball. Com is gonna be the recipient. AJ does beat Com though. Here's Torment. He's got some boost. It's Faze that are attacking in the last 20 seconds. Want to get it past these Version1 defenders. Is it gonna fall to a Version1 player? Will they have one more chance? Will we get a 5-5 overtime? Beast mode gets it to the side. He puts it forward. Who's following it? It's gonna be Com. Typical, huge touch. Torment up against Typical. Massive challenge there from Typical. He wants a teammate in the center. They're defending right now. Faze Clan from the front. Beast mode. It goes up. AJ reads it. All the pressure on him. He still gets these reads. And Typical says no.
9 goals is the most we have had scored between 2 teams in the main event so far. And I want to remind you two of something we were talking about yesterday. Do you remember a little stat where the first team to go 3 games in a series, they are currently 53-0 through this entire competition?
I do.
Guess who has now got 3 games for the first time? We're looking at Faze Clan. Will this be a continuation? Will we see 54-0 and Faze Clan going through to the semis? Or are Version1 gonna be that solitary one to buck the trend?
You know, we were brought to a rapid boil with that game. 9 goals, but it's time to put us on the back burner and simmer because Version1 call a timeout. And good thing they held on to it because after that one, they need to slow things down. You cannot allow Faze Clan to get 5 goals in 1 game. One of the most dominant teams on offense, and if you allow them to do that up there, there's no team in the world that's going to be able to beat them.
And also, that is the first time we have seen the team that scored first, Version1, not win that game this series. That is a record for this. That was a phenomenal match. I'm going to watch the replay of that in my dreams. That was so much fun. Neo Tokyo, though, is next up after this timeout.
It almost feels greedy that we have at least 1 more game of Rocket League in this series. I mean, you know, normally that's the amount of goals you see in an entire best of 7 that goes the distance, right? We've already experienced that in this series right here, and more to come, Subi. How do V1 step back up again?
Hell, like I was talking about, you gotta limit the goals, and that is exactly when they've won. Sure, they won Game 3 in that landslide victory, but the games have just been going back and forth. It's been high scoring, then low scoring, high scoring, then low scoring. So Version1 have done a great job at snuffing the flames that Faze Clan, keep trying to build up. But right now, all eyes on the prize, and you can tell the smiles have gone away. It's time to get back to work.
And yesterday, Version 1's timeout versus SSG was vital. They won after that. They are one of our winning teams after taking their timeout. And this chance, these opportunities, they only come for you once per series. You can only call one. Crowd slow clap. This may well be the final game for Version 1.
The atmosphere in here is beginning to bubble to a boil. There is no better sound than the Icelandic clap, than a crowd desperate to watch this series go the distance. $100,000 is the difference between winning and losing this one. You get 100 if you lose, minimum 200 if you win. How do you play among that? Let's see who can best. Faze Clan start off this game well.
You know, and I don't think money is even in their minds right now. Not with that trophy, almost sitting center stage. That's what they want. The dollars, yes, it's a nice consolation prize, but most importantly, no one has held that trophy in over 2 years.
AJ managing to take Torment off the pitch incredibly early on as the aggression begins for Faze Clan. As we said, they now find themselves on series point. They may well be moving through on Neo Tokyo, taking that underground train to the biggest event of their lives. Com able to clear that one away defensively. AJ to pick up in the midfield.
Beastmode just charges down AJ. That's so important for Version 1 right now. Get some distance between the ball and their goal line, because Faze Clan, they will never give up when they have that bit between their teeth. First killer, look at his recovery game after the challenge. He just lands perfectly. Typical the same. Now AJ comes in. Faze Clan are so good when the ball is on the floor, but Version 1 survive for now.
Beast Mode in the defense wants to try and clear this away towards Com in the center, but Typical he is up so far. That is so typical. Dropping it down with Torment, able to try and attack that. AJ for the double, but B-Mode's defense.
Oh, but they're not done just yet. Com needs to get this ball out, does so. First killer, demoing Beast Mode, recognizing how integral he is to the success of Version 1. You take him out of the equation, it's going to be hard for Version 1 to put themselves up on that board.
Lovely little fake right there from Com to get first killer to put it into his own corner. That's the sort of moment that goals are made from in this slightly tenser game. Here on Neo Tokyo, First wins the race. AJ free jumped about 3 years ago. Couldn't quite get there though because of Version 1 defender.
Demo again from AJ.
Exactly, AJ demoing Torment again, Beast Mode to shoot, but AJ takes it to the backboard and clear it into the corner. Torment again just trying to punish that backboard as if it's a steak. He's trying to just pepper it as much as he can.
Torment up against first killer, wants to go for the player instead of the ball. Still mixing up their approach, Version 1. They still have these demos and bumps in their locker.
You know, I don't know what Fireburner told them in that timeout, but I think I can translate roughly, and it's get the first goal. It is so important. Do not allow them to take the first step in game number 6.
Love that first touch from Com. That's going to open it. Oh, actually for himself, he reads the bounce, he gets the goal, he gives V1 the lead.
Nothing but Com on that play. Receives a pass, it's barely in the replay. He manages to beat out 2 players, Typical and first killer, bumping each other from the wall, lands on the ground. What movement from Com to open it up for V1.
He was the only one that knew that ball was going to waterfall down to the ground in Beast Mode, holding down the back line. Danger for Version 1, but he keeps that 50 alive. Just a little bit of boost in the tank. He's going to keep this one towards midfield.
That was dangerous for Version 1 off the kickoff. They managed to survive. Com again. He wants to get involved with everything right now. He's making Faze double commit. Quick shot from Torment. Com's wheeling round. He takes out first killer just when he's looking likely to punish them. Beast Mode up to the ceiling. Typical can win this race. Beast Mode, he waits. He has all the time in the world. But AJ just stays stoic on that back wall.
Oh, and a big bump there from Torment, but AJ follows in tow. Typical has to rotate back, realizing the pass. Here comes Beast Mode. Double tap is there. Is denied. AJ holding on for dear life, but still Version 1 pressing forward in the orange half.
Get more chance for V1 to just try and get that second goal. Demo. Comes to Typical, removes him from the pitch. 3 seconds there, going to be without their incredible teammate. Beast Mode trying to go for that 50. It pinches high, yet more pressure.
It's a huge fake as well when first killer was about to take a first touch. That's proven effective, making them just question things, but a cool wait. Faze are doing that very well, not rushing in defense, not throwing away a second goal. They know they still have 90 seconds left to play with. That is so much time when you have as much skill as they do. And look at Version 1, they're on the back wall, and they're looking just a little bit shaky and boostless.
Very low boost, but Com just got some. Big demo, another big demo. Beast Mode all alone, but nobody there for Faze Clan. Typical rotated out, and AJ's up. Nice pass. This one's up to first killer, top of the box, and Com puts it into his own half.
Now here's Com, he wants to come forward. Typical's up against him. Com barges through, allowing in Beast Mode But it's first killer response
Big
to him
dodge.
yet again. The demo comes in whenever FaZe Clan think they have a chance. Version1 strike.
This time, Beast Mode taking out First Killer, not just leaving it to come to go round on the Demolition Derby. First Killer up in the air, wants to go over the second. He does so on the backboard. Will that be a chance? FaZe Clan take it!
And typical, great follow-up from the pass from First Killer. You thought the double might come out. Calm has to respect it, and by the time he realized it wasn't there or it was too late, he was flat-footed in net, and FaZe Clan tie us up. Less than 1 minute to go.
FaZe Clan, the comeback kings in each game. You can never count them out, but that kickoff has left things open again. Calm, he's going to get the second touch, but he's put it wide. First Killer, he goes up. So desperate now, FaZe Clan. Thank their lucky stars they're still involved in this one.
On the left-hand wing, Beast Mode gets the 100 boost, goes high, air dribbles, gets that 50. It goes long, it goes in!
In the battle of the young newbies, it's Beast Mode that scores maybe the killing blow in this game. Just look at that one. You don't need flip resets. Clean challenges, and look at Calm taking control, talking them through this final 30. They have to remain calm.
That was a massive challenge. Big 50 on the goal line. And Beast Mode puts them up by 1, but they have to hold on for dear life. They have to keep the ball away from FaZe Clan. Every moment so precious. Game 7 is within reach.
Typical up against Torment. AJ is trying to come out of the game, but he's not managing it. Beast Mode, the challenge game's still good. FaZe Clan on the attack all the way to the end. First gonna still be pass. AJ gets a chance anyway. Where's Typical? He's on the passes. We said you can never count them out. There is your proof.
Torment just gets in the way of that ball, and the wherewithal from Typical to pass it back towards AJ. With 3 seconds left, FaZe Clan equalised.
But it's not over yet. We are yet to head to this OT. This kickoff, anything can happen from it. And the ball does roll. It's in play. Nothing finishes till it hits that floor. Torment wants the pinch. He gets the pinch. Is his teammate coming in? Com does. Beast Mode is off. Version1 are going to get themselves a chance here. Caught against First Killer. Torment thinks about coming in. Changes his mind. Next goal takes the game.
FaZe Clan hammering that nail into the ground. They want to move on. They want to get into this overtime. Chance for First Killer with 100 boost to face off. Immediately off kickoff, V1, their boost is so low, but their inspiration is so high.
Big challenge there from Torment, and Calm just putting that towards midfield, but no one home. AJ given so much space, but Calm gets that one away from him. Teams continue to push forward. 25 seconds already have ticked away. It's already felt like an eternity. Calm pushes the ball back towards midfield. Redirect is on target, but Typical holds down the back line. That ball gets away, and First Killer, big challenge on the net.
And also manages to stay so close to it that he can get that touch and keep the possession. Torment leaving way to Beast Mode. It rolls.
Calm.
So dangerous. It's Torment, because who else?
We just keep having wonderful games in this series. Overtimes everywhere, goals flying in. Torment just sneaks in there between the desperate FaZe Clan defenders and takes us to Champions Field. What better way to open up Championship Sunday, Subi?
Job 1 is done for our series. Game number 7. We have 7 series in total for today. Possible 49 games played total. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Championship Sunday is all about.
Everybody in the audience, you better be enjoying this. These guys are putting on the greatest show imaginable in esports anywhere around the world right now. You are in the perfect seat. You've got to lap it up.
And as we see this Mobile 1 high-performance replay, more goals flying in. It started off the battle of the challenges, and then that pass at the end there for the assist towards AJ. Brilliant decision, he couldn't quite get there, and Torment took us to Game 7.
Looking at Game 7, FaZe have won their last 3. It is a big wall for V1 to overcome. These two went to Game 7 in the Winter Major. Guess who won it? It came down to FaZe.
You know what? I don't care about the stats. I don't care about what they've done, because coming into this, Version1, lowest goal per game, second lowest shots per game. I mean, they were coming in and the offense wasn't anywhere to be found. But guess what? Beast Mode laced up those J's. Those purple ones are looking nice today, and he's looking for victory.
You might care about this stat. Version1 are 75% win rate in Game 7s overall, which is 10% more than FaZe. For Game 7, this match on Champions Field is where it all matters.
None of it matters right now. All of these stats that have come before, all of these points that we can pick apart in the numbers, All that counts is who can hold their nerve, who can get that opening goal. Maybe it'll be a blowout, perhaps it will be tight. Com has started well, and his teammates are bumping in front of him.
And you saw just refusing to rotate out, just being a nuisance on that back half. He's so good at doing it on and off the field, chattering in their eardrums. Beast mode pre-flips, but can't find the ball, and Com, big miss. Typical put it so to the back line, and Killer gets a doink himself under the defender. Faze Clan up 1.
How have doinks been so disastrously devastating this series so far? He lands, he sends it in, just getting that little skim underneath the defender. That was his job, that's all he needs to do. And I keep saying it, the stat of scoring first, it is good so far in this series.
It's not just the doink though, it's the low finish too. Keeping that ball along the floor can make it so difficult to defend against because you've had it ingrained in you to jump. Faze can have it ingrained on them to attack. They almost double up their lead straight from the kickoff. They're really feeling this one. But look at that from Torment, allowing the ball to run to beast mode.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Great communication coming out from Version1. And all 3 members of Faze Clan pushing forward. They realize their best attribute so far this series has been their aggression. Is beast mode neutral 50-50, first killer there for the cleanup, and here he comes, barreling down. Can't quite find a demo, but he forces Torment to jump up, forced to get another save, and Typical pushed too far forward.
It was first killer also whipping round in that blue half, trying to get Torment to jump. Then immediately he heads back out. He sees as Typical and AJ are both ahead of him.
Com, up against Typical, gets it past him. He's been involved at the end of this series. He's been playing really well. First killer though and AJ, they're always so consistent. AJ dancing around it. A challenge game on beast mode who stands strong. First killer in the corner. Faze Clan finding that corner. Way too much for Version1's liking. It's happening. Typical's touch important, but Com steaming in. It's only as fast as first killer. Only as far as first killer, sorry. And Faze is still defending well.
Off the backboard, first killer gets that flip reset defensively, gets it past the halfway line.
Oh, what a time.
With that lead, Version1 they're pushing. We've had 2 minutes gone, there's only 3 minutes left. Either of these teams, when they lose, they will be going home. It is the end of their tournament lives. That's what Game 7 Championship Sunday, it's all about.
The pressure starting to build for Version1, but Faze Clan doing a great job at managing boosts. Here comes AJ. 2 go up, big double commit on the back line. Beast mode had to kill time. He did it perfectly. Great ball control there from Version1.
Just look at that recovery from beast mode as well. He had Faze Clan barreling down upon him, his teammates staring at him, screaming at him, and was able to deal with it. Now Com wants to put it past AJ, can't quite do it. Torment up against AJ, almost falls for Typical again.
Huge.
Beast mode charging forward, that is a huge clearance. First killer is there on the backboard, the boost, steal, yet the demo happens. First killer almost gets it over.
He did get that boost steal though. It's gonna slow down Faze Clan. Torment gets that pinch, can't find the second touch, and beast mode gets the bump on first killer. It actually benefits him. He's able to follow up with a shot, and AJ slowing things down, just trying to wind down the clock. Still so much time to be played. We're in the second half here, game number 7. Version1 need 1 to tie this all up.
The boost advantage for Faze Clan there, helping them save that shot away. Final 2 minutes remaining with a chance to go. Faze Clan through to those semi-finals. Typical facing off versus beast mode. AJ backs down from that challenge as Com shoots it long.
First killer, huge clearance is needed. It's not quite there. Com gets it on target, but AJ manages to stay tall. The challenge game from Version1 starting to be effective, but Faze Clan is surviving so far. Typical has boost. He has a pass in the center as well. Can he get it to first killer or go himself? Not quite that time.
Oh, big challenge there at midfield. Beast mode there for the cleanup. Here in 1.5 minutes to go. Typical pushing this ball forward. It seems like Version1 can't break out of their own half. Typical again there for the follow-up. Version1 just seem to be scattered on their back line. Don't know how to clear this ball forward.
And Version1 on that back line is exactly what FaZe are aiming to do. They want to pen them back. They want to hold them down. But Torment, he is the beast unleashed. And beast mode, he wanted to be alongside him on that charge. AJ and Torment midfield battle again.
It's on.
Sent long. It's on target. But just above the crossbar.
We thought
beast
it was
mode
going
clear.
in. Beast mode didn't know. He saw it coming. AJ, he's up against him. Great challenge from AJ. Round the corner with him. He gets it past Com, but not quite effective for now.
Lady Luck really was on their side there on defense. Is it going to be on their side here on offense? Com, plenty of time, plenty of space. Demo on the back line. Com follows up, but Torment hits it away, and Beast Mode keeps this ball alive.
Cleared away with Beast Mode. He's going to continue pushing on this one. 20 boost on him. It gets sent long again. The final 40.
Torment is underneath this one. This is so difficult. AJ tries to touch it down to a teammate, but no teammates are there.
And here comes Com again, flying through the air. Air handoff to Beast Mode, but first killer gonna slow that one down, push it forward. Torment there, great positioning. Beast Mode challenging, and it's open. Backline's there. Com goes through to the net.
come. Again, the opportunities are rising every time. The final 20 seconds, beast mode, 60 boost, but this dream turning into a nightmare.
Now his typical, that challenge might be the final test for Faze Clan. He's boomed out the way. Torment puts it only across his goal line. Version1 needs so much more. Faze Clan just have to hold. Each second will feel like an eternity. Can they manage it? Not quite yet. Here is going the corner. It's dangerous. First killer has to avoid the fight and does. Faze Clan are your first semi-finalists. They've made it through. It's gone all the way, and maybe Faze Clan will too.
Continuing the trend, we have now got 54-0 with the 3 games lead that a team manages to secure. Faze Clan, that red eruption in the arena, that is the end of the path of Version1, but that is only the beginning of Championship Sunday for Faze.
With that big victory, Faze Clan looking to play up against either G2 or NRG. As you see, respect given across the stage. All of these players know what it takes to get to this moment. So much time, so much respect, just everything given. And for Version1, all you can do is tip your cap to them because they played their hearts out and they started out as underdogs, but they finished top 8. And you really have to say so much about them.
A miraculous run from Version1 at the most competitive season they've ever had, picking up an incredible new player. Beast Mode, he came out, he shocked every single one of us. Donning that purple jacket, getting into that kit, and going alongside legends of the game, they have all proven themselves. And so many opportunities. They could have crumbled, they could have gone for it. In the Mobile 1 high performance replay, we just see though that on the day, Faze Clan are better.
Champions Field is always different as well. We had so many games that had so many goals, and at the end, it's the 1-0, the most agonizing scoreline where you feel so close, but Faze Clan's defending again when it mattered. It's their real difference maker this tournament.
Yeah, and this team had so many expectations throughout the season, especially when Typical joined First Killer and AJ, but really, all of it culminating to this one point in time, Championship Sunday. They are not letting those expectations exceed them. They are just living in the moment and constantly improving. And my goodness, do they look like an unbeatable force right now.
They've done incredibly well. That is the end of Version1's season as we know it. 21-22 is done for them, but this is all about Faze Clan. Orb is on the stage and we're gonna get some goss.
Dickey's Arena. We meet once again, and here we have the first team to make it to the semifinals. Please give it up for Faze Clan. Now, First Killer. This one truly went the distance. I think the Rocket League fans, whether they like it or not, they may not want to admit it, they like things when it goes to Game 7. It's the most action-packed. Obviously, it is Championship Sunday for a reason. But is there a reason why it went the distance and why you couldn't close it out earlier?
Personally, for me, I started off really slow individually. Like, I was playing so bad in the first 3 games, but I think that's mainly why. I was bringing the team down, and then, but I started stepping it up after. So then, yeah, we closed it out.
I mean, Roll this here standing on your right side, your coach, the Roll buff. How much does it help you guys here on stage?
He helps a lot. He always keeps us in it, even when we're down. He helps our mentality. He's just so useful. He tells us what to do, changes what we need to do mid-game. He's a great coach.
I mean, in that Game 5, I believe you guys had 8 goals scored in the first half side. What happened? Why did it all of a sudden, all the goals just accumulated all at once?
To be honest, I have no idea. It just kind of happened.
It both kind of clicked for both teams, and the action unfolded. I mean, we have the NA side of the bracket, as you know. On the other side, EU versus SAM. Do you feel like if the bracket was more scrambled, would we have a true NA final?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Speaking of the other side of the bracket, who do you think is the toughest opponent? Who will you meet in the final if you're going to go all the way, which I assume you will?
I want to meet Moist. I want to beat them really bad.
Give it up for Faze Clan, and if you want to see Faze Clan versus Moist in the grand final, could that be something? EU versus NA. Listen, we got more Rocket League. This is only series number 1. We got a long day. You better get your snacks, get your drinks, get ready. We got more to come. Next up, NRG versus G2.